Candace back for another video. For today's video, we are doing a story time. I'm not gonna lie, I am embarrassed to present this story time to you guys. Why am I embarrassed? Because this story time is my very own epic cooking fail. So as you can see by the title of this video, yes, I set my stove on fire. Oh my god. Okay, here's the thesis. So currently I live in an apartment. If you live in an apartment, you know apartments furnish their apartments with the cheapest of appliances to stay cheap. I don't know what better way to put that. So we have one of those little iron stoves, you know, that has the little burner things. Not the one that actually has fire that comes out, but it's like the electric burner griddle things. They look like little circles, whatever. Anyways, your girl's making spaghetti. Everyone's favorite night, spaghetti night. My kids love spaghetti. I love spaghetti. I was making mine with elbows, theirs with long noodles. They like the long spaghetti. I wanted beefaroni style. My husband wanted meatballs, so I got the meatballs in the sauce. I mean, everything's looking good. It's smelling like a true Staten Island Italian home in my joint. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty proud of myself. This is a good batch of spaghetti, right? I can tell. You know when you're cooking, you can smell the aromas and you just know like, damn, this is my best batch yet. That's how I was feeling, confident as fuck. Well, I had my burner on the front burner I had on, and my two back burners, I went and I turned them on. Now let's backtrack a little bit. Before I even put the pot on the burner, something told me, and you guys, I say this all the time, when you get that feeling of something told me, that's God looking out for you. So you need to listen. So here's what happens when you don't listen to that something told me. So I'm grabbing a pot to cook the spaghetti in, and something told me, don't use that pot, use a different pot. Then I thought to my something in my head, and I said, but something, this pot is bigger and it's just bigger, you know? So I figured I should use this big pot instead of using my smaller pot. So proceeded to use this silver pot. Keep in mind, I never use this pot. My husband uses this pot to cook his greens in, and I never use this pot. So even to myself, I'm thinking, why am I using this pot? I never use this pot. Y'all see how I'm setting you up to blame it on the pot. All right, just making sure. So I put it on, turned my little burner on. I put it on 8 because I wanted my water to boil so I could add my noodles, whatever. We've lived here for 4 years. I've been cooking the same way on the same stove for 4 years, never had any issues. I'm in the kitchen, you know, whatever, watching the food, stirring it up. My husband's like,
babe, something smells like it's burning.
And I'm like,
no, it's just the burner, don't worry about it.
Keep stirring. Couple minutes goes by, he's like,
Babe, I really think something's burning.
Baby, it's just the burner, don't worry about it.
Keep stirring. Then a couple minutes goes by and he's like,
Baby, I'm serious, I really think something's burning in the kitchen.
I'm like,
baby, don't tell me nothing's burning. I'm right here. There's no burner on fire. Don't talk to me about no burner.
Right? So I'm just going in on him, like, don't talk to me about the burner no more. I don't want to hear you say nothing else about a burner. At this point, I had gone into the dining room to like clear that little area. And then I turned the corner, and after going in on my husband, I'm talking about going in, like,
don't talk to me about no burner.
Finger, you know, everything. After going in, I turned the corner, and sure enough, that motherfucker was on fire. Oh my God. Oh my God, y'all, I could not believe it. When I say this bitch was on fire, this bitch was on fire. Like, I'm talking about the flames had surrounded the pot. Like, there was just flames all around the pot. It was unreal. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. So the flames like surrounded the pot, and I was like,
oh my God, it's on fire for real, baby.
and at first he didn't believe me because, you know, I had just gone in on him with the finger and everything. So he was like, now she playing. But I was like, I had to say it again. I'm like,
oh my God, for real, baby, it's on fire, come here.
I am not a good person to have in a situation. I'm just gonna put that out there. Do not have me in a panicked situation because we both gonna die. I am the worst person when it comes to panic. So I'm like,
Oh my God,
I'm literally like,
oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?
oh my God. So my husband, who I just love and adore so much, he like always knows what to do, runs into the kitchen. He starts to turn off the burner, and I'm yelling at him like,
Don't worry about that, you're gonna get on fire.
oh my God, I'm the worst. And he's like trying to turn off the burner. So he flicks off the, you know, the switch to turn it off. And then after he turns it off, he proceeds to take the pot, the hot ass pot that was just on fire, takes it off of the stove. So he's like trying to grab the pot. He realizes that it's hot, and then he reaches for like the little towel thing or whatever. I'm like,
Babe, don't worry about the pot, that's so hot.
and then finally, after he gets the pot off the stove, he grabs the fire extinguisher and does like that to pop off the thing to make it work or whatever, and then he sprays it on there. After he sprays it, it goes out for a second, and then whoosh, you hear the sound and everything, the whoosh sound, and it just fucking lights up again, and he has to spray it again. When I tell you guys, this white fire extinguisher powder was everywhere in our kitchen. It was literally everywhere. The only thing that was safe, thank God, was the spaghetti sauce. What did I do, you ask? After the fire happened, my husband's pissed, right? So now he's mad because he had tried to warn me that something was on fire. I didn't listen and proceeded to cook on the highest setting. So he's hella mad, right? So now he has to clean up like this whole mess because I'm still cooking. So now he knows he has to clean this up. So now he's talking shit while he's cleaning up this mess. But to me, I was just thanking God because it didn't end up being worse than what actually happened. I mean, it could have definitely been a lot worse. Like, what if I hadn't turned the corner at that moment? What if my husband wasn't talking shit about something being on fire? You know, what if my kids were around it? So I definitely could have been a lot worse. So I just kind of took it with a grain of salt, you know, try to laugh it off kind of thing. But in that moment, I was pretty scared, I'm not gonna lie, because that fire was pretty freaking big on the stove, and I'm just thinking like, oh my God, what if the whole apartment gets caught on fire? Like, I was pretty scared. And then the trauma from the whole incident, like, you guys might think I'm crazy, but I kind of feel like I have a little bit of PTSD from that moment, just because the other day, like, I was standing there, and you know how the window with the lighting, when you have blinds, like the window lighting, sometimes it kind of looks like wavy, kind of flickers in your peripheral vision. So the other day I was standing over by my dining room, and we have a window to the right side, and I just see like in the corner it looks like flames, and I just like turn and freak out really quick, and then I see that it's just the sun coming through the window, and then I realize that I'm crazy. So today's lesson: keep your fire extinguisher close by, know how to use that bitch. After everything happened, I spoke with my husband, and he told me he's actually been trained for a moment like this. And I was like,
what are you talking about trained? You're not a firefighter, you're an electrician.
And he was like, well, when I was in high school, I took a home ec class because he wanted to be in a class with all girls. Yeah, go figure. So he took the home ec class, and they taught him how to handle a small kitchen fire and what to do if the stove ever caught on fire. I tell my husband all the time, like, everything in our lives was meant for our lives as adults and for us to be together. So shout out to his home ec teacher for teaching him how to extinguish that kitchen fire. You saved a girl's life. Comment me down below, guys, what is your biggest kitchen fail moment? As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.